Good morning. Today is Saturday, March 22nd. Yep, looking at the calendar. So it is 9:13 in the morning. I'm about to go out. The first thing I always do, anytime, no matter day or night, what time I go out, chickens. I got to deal with the girl because if I don't, they be like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," with an attitude. And I'll be like, what? So I got to handle my girls first when I go out there. But after that, the first thing I'm going to do is start working on the Gopher Hawks. I pray that the mole, vole, or gopher that's out there didn't do too much work last night at my plum tree. And I did go and watch some videos. I watched Jocks in the Garden, who works a lot with Kevin from the Epic Homestead, Epic Gardening channel. And I think everybody's having gopher problems right now. But he used the Gopher Hawk and he used two other implements. And I like Jocks because he's a very calm and peaceful person. If you don't know his background, I think he was actually going to school to get some type of doctorate degree, maybe in biology or chemistry or something, I don't know. But I really like him and Kevin. But I was watching his channel about the Gopher Hawk and another gentleman's channel. I feel so bad because I've been watching his videos a lot and seeing how he puts the Gopher Hawk in. After this video, I'm going to try to remember to go back, get the name of his channel, and put it in here. Maybe post something across this part that I'm talking about and put it on the video. But when they both, something I didn't do that they did, they got around the hole that they actually dig to see where the tunnel is. I got around the hole, but I didn't get close up on it. I'm going to go get around that hole and start putting that thing in and digging. And then now Jocks, he had gloves on and he was putting his hands in there. I'm like, ooh, Jocks is brave. I'm not putting my hand in there. The other guy, he just used the thing that he did to see which way the tunnel was going. And then he put the Gopher Hawk in. And then it's this little thing on the Gopher Hawk. He said, I want to make sure that that's facing and that's open. And this guy is catching gophers within 3 to 11 hours. Jocks also had 2 or 3 other traps. He had another trap that was green and he put it in the ground and he caught a gopher with that. One thing he said, which I totally agree, you got to get control of the gophers because they will take off. They're having babies right now and they will destroy your garden. So first things first, before I start taking out any plants or anything else, is that I got to get those Gopher Hawks in the right places. I have some over here with the succulents. I'm kind of just letting it go because they go in between me and Marco's yard. And I'm letting it go for now, but I'm concentrating on my yard over here. I see them digging up under my bags of soil. There's no food there. There's no food there. I don't know why they're digging right there, but I see them digging. So once I get the Gopher Hawks in place, I'm going to give myself about an hour to 2 hours to search and try to get them in the right place. Then I'm going to start. I have this package behind me right here. Another thing I saw Jocks do was take his wheelbarrow and other containers and dig the soil out of his current garden beds, and one of them was wood, and then he laid down his he pounded down the rest of the soil was there, and then he laid down his gopher mesh. So I'm going to do that. I did get my birdies. Let me see if you can see it. My birdies garden beds right there. And I got the one that was 6-in-1 or 5-in-1 where you can configure them the way you want. So I wanted to do one long bed, but if I don't have to remove those wood beds because right now they're looking pretty good. Just a moment. Sorry, I was saying bye to my mom. She's going to get her mani-pedi today. So back on those garden beds. So I seen him take all the soil out with the shovel and put the gopher prevention fencing down and then put the soil back in. So I'm going to try that because I've had those garden beds a couple of years and they're kind of like solidified there, and they actually look really good. If I start pulling them apart, most likely they're going to fall apart and then I have to replace them. But I already have these Birdie's garden beds, so I'm thinking about replacing the one that I had the cabbages in with the Birdies. And then I still have another one sitting out there. So let me back up. So I'm thinking about replacing the one with the cabbages, laying down the Gopher mesh, and then putting the Birdies where that is. And I think that is a really good idea because I have the other three where I usually put my tomatoes. I want those to be protected for now, and then eventually when they start falling apart, because I had another wood garden bed like that, if you recall, if you've been watching my channel for a while, where I have these two round ones out there, and that one was just falling apart. It was bending, it wasn't staying together. But those three that I have in the back, they're staying together, they're cohesive, and they're not really falling apart. So I don't want to waste, and now I have extra. So we'll see. So I'm about to go on out there. I've had a morning. I actually was up and ready to go at 7:30 this morning. It's like 9:20 now. And so I go out to my Acura. I'm like, oh, I need to start up my car, and it wouldn't start, meaning the battery is dead. So I'm like, okay. So I had to get to the store. So I got in my other car, went to the store, came back, and then I start calling and making arrangements to get the car towed and when I'm gonna be home to get it towed in order to get a battery put in the car. So I'm doing it on the day that I get paid, which makes sense, right? Because I got to still get the battery. And then I just sat down and I ate breakfast. I was like, well, let me take my time, eat breakfast, meditate, and think of strategies on what I need to do in the yard. So that's what I'm going to do. Side note, someone had asked about my brother. Oh, let me give you the update on my brother. I'm so happy. He actually left cardiac rehab yesterday. His best friend, who's the RN, videotaped everything. However, she put it on Facebook, and I was like, can you send me the pictures so I could share the videos? And she was trying. She was like, I can't share. So she was able to send it to me on Facebook Messenger, and I was able to message the videos to some of my family and friends. I wanted to share them with you, but unfortunately, I guess the format she did it in, Facebook is not allowing her to share these videos only through Facebook and Facebook Messenger. So if I can find a way to download these videos, I will share them. But my brother is doing so much better. In one part of the video, he said, I feel like a brand new born baby. So for him to go from a place where we thought he was not gonna make it, I mean, and he was this close so many times. He was in ICU for about a week and a half. He went into cardiac arrest. He was in respiratory distress. Like, he was on the cusp. And I thank his best friend for being there and just being his complete advocate. His best friend, and there was another person that came that was a nurse. And just were there, and we're on the doctors, we're on the nurses, just on them constantly. And I thank them because I know what it means to be a caregiver, and they're not related to him by blood, but they had his back. And that is very stressful when you're trying to make sure that your loved one is getting the best medical care that they deserve. I don't know how to thank them enough for what they did. And it's just amazing that they wheeled him out. He rung the bell, and he's out. He's out of there. It's just Jehovah and Jesus. Prayer works. Constant prayer works. And my brother is blessed. I don't think many would have made it. That's why they call it the Widowmaker. He had enough conscience to say to his lady friend at the time, we're not going to get into that right now, to say, I don't feel good, call the hospital. And the ambulance got there. It was all about timing. If they were a second late or a minute late, he would not have made it. And it's all about the caregiving that he was giving and people advocating for him. And another thing, if you have a loved one in the hospital, make sure that there is someone constantly there, because when you're at a hospital and no one's checking up on you, they could be doing anything. I remember when my mother had her heart attack and I could just hear this woman, help me, help me. And after a day or two, I said, I went to the nurses, what's wrong with this woman? They was like, oh, she has Alzheimer's and, you know, she just does that all the time. And nobody was visiting her. And she was there. Whereas my mother had visitors breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All type of brothers and sisters were visiting her. Everything. My brother was in the hospital. That waiting room was loaded 15 people deep. And we were all taking our turns because you can only, in ICU, you can only have 2 people at a time. And we were taking places. And me and my mom were only there for 4 days. Remember, I had to bring my mother back because she has to have dialysis. Had I been by myself, I just would have stayed up at the hotel, or I would have stayed at his best friend's house. And I just would have been working, and I just would have been there. And that would have been it. My mother would have been able to take care of herself. She just goes back and forth to dialysis and maybe around the corner to the store, and she would have been fine at home. So that's the update on my brother. It is now 9:26. I need to get outside, go talk to my hens, make sure they're loved, and get on the Gopher Hawk. And I pray that the plum tree is still there. If it is not, I will be going to look for some more Santa Rosa plums until we get rid of the gophers. Okay, let's get to it. Good morning, ladies. How are you? How you doing there? Okay, I'm coming. When they hear that slider, or if they hear me on the side of the house taking out trash, they go to either side of that cage and they're like, hi, pretty girls. Okay, let's get these girls fed and see if they laid any eggs. And then we can get to work once they're taken care of. As you can see, the chickens are quiet now. They got their snack over there. They're good. So now let's look on the inside of the coop and see what we got going on. Okay, let's see. They have enough water. I see some poops. Oop, I got an egg. And that looks like it's fresh. I'll just cover that up. You see, I came in on the side of the coop here because I checked their water. They have enough water. I can see they have enough food in there. And yeah, they're doing good. Got one egg right now. Want to probably lay one later. This nosy chick right here. Go eat snacks with your sisters. Go on. Go get the snacky poos. She just want to be all up in the business, y'all. Like, really. Look at her. They gonna take all the snacks. Go get some of that diatomaceous earth so you can stop pooping on your egg. Okay. Anyway, I'm actually in a pretty good mood. So now I'm wearing gloves. I always wear gloves in the garden because everything bites me. I wear compression socks all the way up to the bottom of my knee with regular socks and sweats. I'm not wearing a jacket today because it's going to be, we're going to have a high about 73, 74. That's pretty decent because in the summertime it'd be like 105, 110. So I'm going to enjoy this day. But now it's time to get busy, get to that other side, and get the Gopher hawks. Like I said, I plan on being out here all day, taking a break for lunch. Got my egg. And I think I'm going to plant my honeyberry trees in containers. I'm going to be moving some stuff around. Like I said, I'm also cleaning out my garden space, putting in new stuff, taking out old broken stuff that's not useless, just making the garden more efficient, organized, and more useful for me. No wasteful stuff. I'm going to sit this egg over here in my little egg basket and cover it up, make sure nothing comes and touch it while I get busy. Hopefully I won't forget the egg is out here later on tonight. Okay, so let's go ahead and get busy, shall we? Okay, so I'm over here. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can, but I'm going to lower this just a little bit more. At the Gopher hole, this is my Santa Rosa plum. I am going to pull one of these out. I forget. There it goes. Didn't catch anything. I don't want to put my, there we go. And I'm getting snapped in the head by my Santa Rosa plum. That is a huge, huge gopher hole. I am scared of wild animals, but I'm going to dig and see. Can you guys see? I hope you can see me. I hope you can see it. Can you see what I'm doing? Yep, you can. So let's see. Not there. Not there. Went in a little bit right there. I mean, oop, it just went down right there. Went down a little way. I'm gonna do this. Which way is the tunnel going? I think it's kind of going that way. Let me dig something next to it. Yeah. Yeah. I think it's going this way. So from here, okay. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's how big it is. All right. So I think we got the area of where it is. And my plan we're in the right place, y'all. I think we in the right place, y'all. And the other guy, he says he points it where this thing is, so it can go in there. So hopefully I got it deep enough, you guys. And you pull up on it. Can you see? Pull up on it. Don't push, pull. Then we're going to cover that back up, because you don't want them to see any any light coming up out of that hole. So now I'm going to dig around this hole a little bit more, around this area. Ooh, right here. Right here. Let's see how far it got. I'm gonna leave that there. I'm gonna get another one of the gopher things here. See if I could trigger it. Is this one broken? Oh! This one's kind of bent. Wonder if this one is broken. It might be. And this one is broken too. Maybe I forced it into somewhere I shouldn't have. Shoot. You pay a lot of money for these things. Thank God I was wearing gloves. Thank God I was wearing gloves. It snapped right on my hand. I don't know if you could see it. Oh, that hurt. That hurt. So that will kill a gopher. Ooh. Well, I gotta fix it, bend it, take my time. Ooh. You guys are seeing in real time what's going on here. Okay, we're gonna try to use it anyway. Woo. I'll be back. Let me go put something on my thumb. I'll be back. That took a minute or two, and that did hurt, by the way. Okay. So I'm trying to get this one to snap, and it won't. So let's see how far this went. Put my thumb here. Okay. And that went down a ways. So I'm gonna see if it, oh yeah, we got something here. So we're gonna put the gopher hawk like right in here. Okay. So let me dig the hole. Probably should use one of my garden diggers. See a rock or something right here. I'll be back. Decided to get this one. Has a sharp end on it. I'm wondering if it's not here. Let's put that back. Let's continue digging. Right here. Right here. Ooh. Yep. I don't think this one is going to work. I do not want to stick my hand in this one. But I think this is where it is. behavior. Got it. I have to trigger it. There's got to be one more area. Ooh, that really went in. Let me see if I can get the other trap. Sorry, that's 3 traps in one place. That was 10 minutes. I'm trying to catch this thing. And what I'm noticing with the Gopher Hawk, once you set it, that silver thing kind of squeezes in. So you do want to make sure you set it in the right areas. I'm just hoping that, oh, my chickens are over there going off. I don't know why. I'm just hoping that I get them in the right place. I hope something sets off here. So I'm gonna kind of set off this trap and put it to the side because I got 4 of them. Have a big yard. Maybe I should have bought more. And we'll see what happens. One of them is kind of shallow in there. But yeah, I got 3 set there in this area by my Santa Rosa plum. And I really hope I catch something. A ground rat. I hope I catch something in one of these traps. Or else I might have to buy more, and I don't want to do that. Okay, let's get back to the other gardening work. I've done what I've done. I've done what I could do here. Now let's start on preventative measures. Where else were these gophers are digging? I just had termite traps put in, and look over here. So my strawberry bed is right here, but they're right here in my electrical panel. Look at all that. That's crazy. That is absolutely nuts. They like, I don't know. There's literally nothing there. They're not near the strawberry patch. So I just hope they don't like try to eat through the electrical line, which there's casing on it. I don't know if their teeth are that strong. Just really weird. So here's why I'm starting over here today. It's time to pull all of these out. I'm going to get a bucket of water, and I'm going to pull out any of the good onions and put them in the bucket of water, and then I'm going to replant them. But yeah, these are the 3 garden beds I was talking about that even though they're wood, they still look generally really good. And once I pull them out, I know they're just not going to fall apart. They're not going to fit the same. And so I'm thinking I'm just going to take all of the soil out and put in the gopher netting at the bottom. Okay, so I got a lot of work to do today. Let's get started. Okay, I have cleared out these garden beds. Cleared them out. I got a lot of onions and I put them in a bucket. Let me show you where I put them. Right there. Got a lot of onions. I pulled them out real good with lots of roots. Put them in water because later I am going to try to replant them into soil and see if we could continue to let them bulb. I think you can. They have lots of roots on them. I'm just going to get about 2 containers, make sure they're spread out really good, and let them do their thing. You may be wondering, why not just throw them away? There were a couple I threw away because some had aphids on it. They were really small. But this is food. Okay? And when I say throw away, I put them in the recycler bin. I wouldn't even give them to my chickens. I don't know if you're supposed to give chickens onions. I know there are 3 things you're not supposed to give chickens, and sometimes I forget. So I tend to give them lots of leafy stuff and fruits, but I need to look up the 3 things you don't give chickens. So, but I think onions may be one of them. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. So yeah, I put these onions in a bucket with water, and we're going to try to plant them later. Okay, let's get back to these garden beds over here. Okay, so let's get to getting this soil out of each garden bed. Well, we're going to do it one at a time. Yeah, I take my time. All right, let's get to it. Okay, so one thing that gophers, moles, and voles like are grubs. So as and I knew this was going to happen, as I'm taking this soil out of here, let me show you, and putting it into here,
Look at what I find. Grub mania. Right there. Okay. And so you guys have been seeing me battle grubs, sorry, for about a year. I use the milky spore stuff and everything. So me having to dig up, take out the soil is actually a good thing because my chickens are gonna have a grub fiesta today. But yeah, as I'm digging it out, I'm catching grubs and I'm picking them out the wheelbarrow and I'm putting them in here. Am I gonna get them all? Most likely not. But I have been vigorously fighting them. I have been putting the milky spore mix in here, and that is still a lot of grubs. And moles, gophers, and voles love grubs. If they smell them, if they sense them, they're gonna go for them. Along with them being in my vegetable garden, and I have fruit trees. I wish that they would just eat the grubs and leave, and then they wouldn't be considered a pest. No, they will take out your garden, they will take out your fruit trees, they will take out everything. And this is why I'm trying my best to vigorously fight them. I've decided I am going to order like 10 more gopher hawk traps. I'm going to order more and keep fighting them because I refuse to garden. You may be thinking, Precious, why bother? You know, gardening grosses me out, all the pests. There's a lot of things in the garden that gross me out. For instance, when I was taking out all of these vegetables, it was like an aphid forest. Aphids make me itch. This is why I wear these gardening sleeves and I wear gloves. As soon as I got through pulling out those plants and putting them into my recycle container, I went and rinsed my hands off with the water hose. Even though the aphids were on my gloves, they just make me itch. All that I'm wearing today will be going in the washing machine, and I will be thoroughly shower. I thoroughly shower all the time, but I will be really thoroughly showering because aphids make me itch. But I'm still gardening. I'm still gardening because I believe in having healthier foods than what our corporate markets provide. Do I still go to the market? Yes, because I cannot grow everything. I do not live on a farm. I do not have cows and sheep and emus. I have some chickens, but I can't be slaughtering them. I don't have time for all that. But I am going to grow as much healthy food and have a healthy garden as much as I can. So this is what happens when you garden. You have to deal with it. So I'm dealing with it. It's a beautiful day and I'm taking it all in stride. And also I am finding more food for my chickens to eat, and they will be happy and maybe give me more than 2 to 3 eggs a day. Okay, let me get back to this. I just wanted to give you that tidbit about the grubs and sometimes why gophers come around. So for the gophers, it's been like a fancy feast, right? In my gardens, I have fruit trees. I'm growing vegetables. I have grubs. So they have been enjoying themselves. But now it's time for me to fight back and get them out of my garden. Okay, you guys, it's going on 12 o'clock, but let me show you what I've done so far. Sorry. Okay. I forgot I had this grow bag. So once I'm done with this garden bed, I'm going to fill that up with some fresh soil and put my onions in there. So I've cleared out this garden bed as much as I can, found lots of grubs along the way. Now I'm down to the bare bottom. I'm pretty sure there's still some down in there, but I've gotten it down as far as I can. You can still see the fabric, the garden fabric down there. And I patted it down with my feet, stomped it down. Okay. So now I'm gonna feed these grubs to my chickens. Put my gloves on here. My chickens are gonna be so happy. And I'm literally gonna be out here all day because I gotta get to these 2 other garden beds because I gotta get these garden beds ready for tomatoes. My seedlings have germinated, they're popping up. And So I'll be out here all day. But after I feed the chickens, I'm going to take me a little break, re-energize, refresh for about half an hour to an hour, and then come on back out here, since daylight doesn't come till about 6:30, 7 o'clock in the evening, probably after that. So let's go give these wonderful grubs to my chickens. They are going to be so excited. Just a minute. Okay, so Nosy Poo is right here. There's another one. Oh, here's Brown Girl. Brown Girl's coming. They looking like, what's up, girl? What is up? It's grub season, baby girls. It's grub season. Y'all ready? Look. All right, look at them go. Yep. Good thing about grubs, chickens love them. Look how they jamming on that. This is gonna be gone in 5 seconds. 5 seconds. And while they doing that, let me see if Brown Girl laid an egg. But she was up here. Nope. She didn't lay an egg. She must have been getting some water. Them grubs is gone. Them grubs is gone. Brown Girl done stepped in there. Record time. They looking at me like, girl, you see that? Look at that. It's no more. They're gone. They're gone. I'm sorry. You see how fast they took them grubs? Oh, Lord. All right. So that is it for now. I'm going, yeah, Brown Girl. I'll get some more later, okay? Brown Girl jumped up out of the coop. She must have been up there trying to get her some rest or whatever. She jumped up out of the coop. And when I came in there, she was like, what? Grubs? They took them grubs in 5 seconds. Okay, it is now lunchtime. It's 12 o'clock. Let's go eat, re-energize, and then come back for some more work. Okay, so that was an hour. I ate me some food, had me a little bit relaxing tea. Then I went back and got me some strawberries and a couple of nuts and ate that. That was delish. Motorcycle that lives on my street is coming around the corner here. Okay, charge my phone for a bit. And I have this big box of hardware cloth. And I look in there, and it's the same kind of cloth I got from Tractor Supply, just a bigger roll. So I'm going to use this first, because I've had this the longest. So I am going to unroll this and lay it down. Let me show you. I'm going to unroll this hardware cloth. Please don't fall, selfie stick. Thank you. And let's see how long it is. I'll probably have to roll it out twice, which is fine. And then I will put these garden stakes in there. And then start putting the dirt, the soil, my black gold, putting my black gold back into the garden beds. And I'll probably leave some of this soil out and move this, well, I'll wait till I'm done with all the garden beds. Once I'm done, I will put some soil into this this green. Oh my goodness, my brain is gone. Anyway, this container I have here, it'll come to me once I stop recording. This fabric garden bed, whatever you call them. So let me get started on this, and then I'll show you what it looks like when I'm done to help keep the gophers out, especially because tomato season is coming, and you guys know I have to grow my tomatoes so that I can preserve them. Okay, be back with you in about, I don't know, 30-40 minutes. We'll see. Okay. Ooh. As you can see, I'm standing by the brick wall. So, not only did I lie to y'all, I lied to myself. I will not be finishing all these garden beds today. I'm going to finish this one, and it's going to take over a few days for me to do these garden beds. So, I'll probably do the next one tomorrow morning, and then I'll probably do the third one next weekend. So, ooh, the good thing about my water out. It says it's only going on 70 degrees, 67 degrees. Because I'm out here working, it feels like it's more than that. And I have this green, oh, it's a hummingbird. Hummingbird sounded like it was crying, poor thing. Hope it go find some water or it's tired. Anyway, let me show you the hardware fabric, because I'm hot. There it is. Let me move around here. There is the hardware fabric. Good thing about a wheelbarrow is that if you're strong enough, which I doubt I am going to pour that soil back into the garden bed. That's how much hardware fabric I have left. I had to hammer down the stakes in there, and once I get the soil in there, this stuff is not going to be popping up. I see it's kind of popping up on the edge, but I had bricks in there, and it actually kind of folds if you bend it. So yeah, I'll probably bend the edges a little bit. Once I'm done with this, I am going to plant my onions that I pulled out of these beds, and I'm going to plant my honeyberry plants, honeyberry bushes, and figure out where to put them. Yeah, and that's another reason why I'm not gonna mess around with another one of these garden beds today, because I really want to get the telemarketer. I'm sorry. I really want to get the onions planted in a grow bag. That's what that is, a grow bag. I remember now. And I also want to get my honeyberry plants, which they're actually doing very well on the inside of my shed, but I want to get them out here. And part of the reason why they're doing so well is because they're getting artificial sunlight from the grow lights on my hydroponics. I have it sitting right next to the hydroponics, and so they're kind of bent towards that, and they get that light. But they also need air, they need oxygen, so they need to be in containers out here. I just have to figure out where I'm gonna put them, and I might put them around the asparagus bed. Move these 3 containers I had that I put ginger, turmeric, and tomatoes in, and the stuff never grew. So I'll just move these 3 containers out the way, and I think I'm gonna put these out here. I also got some new tomato cages. I'm going to keep some of these. I'm going to keep like a stack of these old ones, but the rest of them I'll put to the side somewhere in storage, because they're kind of just in a way, and I think these newer ones would be better. They're square, and I can put them in layers. I just think it's going to be better. They're plastic, a thick plastic, instead of the steel ones I have here, which these aren't bad, but these are square. Remember, these came from like Home Depot and Lowe's, and you have 3 prongs, and when the determinate tomatoes grow, they fall over. And I think with the square ones, the plants will stay more steady inside the cage. So I'm working on a lot of things, but yeah, I will not be digging out the other garden beds today. Precious is tired, and I have other things that I need to get done. Not only that, I have gooseberries and king cherry plants over there that I need to plant. So I got a lot of stuff that I need to be getting up out of these containers and planting. So let me go ahead, put this soil back into this garden bed, and then I'll be done, and then I can start planting the other stuff. Okay, so I'm almost done with this garden bed. Let me see. I'm by the wall, as you can see. Sorry. So let me show you what we got. More grubs. More grubs. Right there. Okay. And almost done, as I'm about every 2 to 3 scoops every time I put some soil in the bed. I either find a grub or I start looking for them, and that's part of what's taking so long. But as you can see, I'm almost done. The other grow bag is over there. It's green. It's right there. So I'm almost done with this. I'm going to put some milky spore mix in here once I'm done, and then water it to try to continue to kill the grub infestation that I'm having. And I'm going to do that with each garden bed. Hopefully tomorrow I can start a little sooner. Hopefully I could be out here by 7 a.m. Let me see what time it is now. Just a minute. It's 3:10 in the afternoon. 3:10. So that's why I'm not going to try to continue with the other 2 garden beds, because I have other stuff that I need to do that I want to get done. And my chickens, when they know I'm out here, they just go all day long. They're bougie and they're spoiled. They are. Okay, so now you see me take all the soil out, get grubs when I was taking the soil out, lay the garden fabric, the garden hardware for the gophers, moles, and voles down in there, hammer it down. Now the soil's in there, and in a few minutes, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna go get the milky spore, pour it in here, and then water it down real good. Then I can get on to planting my other stuff, which looking at the raised bed soil that I have, may not be finishing all that today. So yeah, I'm probably gonna have to go out after the Kingdom Hall meeting, or before, early before. Kingdom Hall meeting's not till 10. Go get me some more bags of soil and bring them over here, do what I gotta do. I'm just talking out loud. I have to strategize. I'm definitely gonna go ahead, put some soil in that container, that grow bag. I might put the grow bag over there near my grapevine and put the onions in there. I really hope that I catch a gopher. I see the 3 traps are there. I really hope that I catch one. I really hope I catch something. I really do. And next week I am going to order some more gopher hawks. I'm going to order a lot more of those traps, and that way I can dig in more places and be more careful. I noticed that the silver part, if you don't put it in there safely, or if you squish it when you're pushing it up, it bends and may not be able to catch anything. God, my chickens are going off over there. I don't know why. Anyway, let me go ahead and continue with this and stop talking, and I'll be with you guys in a bit. Chickens. Look at them. I'm coming with the grubs. I'm coming. The Grub Fest Part 2, ladies and gentlemen. You're gonna get your grub treat. Grub treat. Whoop whoop. Get the grubs. Get the grubs. As you can see, I had to wipe my shoes, but they on the grubs. Now I gotta go wash my shoes because I stepped in something in there. But yeah, those grubs are gone. And they're looking like it's like never enough. They'll keep going. They're still looking. I don't think there's any more. I think y'all ate them all. Okay. Let me go get some soil and start planting these onions. Well, my bag of soil that I have. Put it in this container. I found an area to put the grow bag there by the grapevine. And get this bucket of onions over here. Replant them in there. And then I think that we should be good. I'm probably going to have to use 2 bags. The 2 bags of soil I have. So I'll probably be cleaning out my car tonight so I can get soil early in the morning. I think they open at 7, the nursery. Go get the soil, bring it home, and get ready to do some more stuff tomorrow. All right, I'll show you when I'm done what I'm doing. Okay, so I am over here by my grapevine, by this wall. See, let me show you. By my grapevine, and one thing I want to show you, look at what she's doing. I see some green, and right there too. Yeah, it's so funny. Every year I cut back my grapevine, and I always worry, is she gonna come back? Is she gonna come back? And she comes back. She comes back every year. I guess I'm just paranoid about it. So I just watered her. I have my onions here. I'm about to plant in this grow bag. I have 2 bricks on the side of the grow bag because I noticed when I was putting soil in it from the garden bed that it was losing its shape. And I guess the small grow bags are the good ones where you can fold them or whatever. But when you start getting into the bigger ones like this, which I kind of forgot I had this one, so it just came in handy today. They kind of lose their shape. Yeah, but I'm gonna go ahead, plant the onions in here that I got from my garden beds over there and from my cabbage garden bed, and then we're gonna water it down and then basically call it a day. I'm just gonna go and water the stuff I need to water. I might try to have to put that last gopher hole. I see 2 more new holes, one by my pomegranate and one near my blood, in between the pomegranate, the blood red orange, and my almond tree. So I need to go try to find that hole tonight, and I'll probably be ordering the Gopher hawks tonight. I'm gonna order some more tonight because I need to solve this gopher problem. I'm doing my best. I'm trying, but it's gotten out of hand. My trees are still up here. Maybe it's like Caddyshack. Maybe I'm playing a game like the gophers know, okay, she done put another trap here, let's go somewhere else, and it's laughing at me, or mole or vole or whatever it is. But I gotta try to get a handle on it because I don't want to lose my trees. If you are a gardener, you know, yes, it's good to have vegetables, you know, have your mints, have your herbs that last a long time, but the things that last the longest are trees. It's known that redwoods are hundreds and hundreds of years old, and your trees will fruit for years to come. It's good to have things like artichokes and asparagus that last forever. Asparagus lasts about 20 years. Okay, so yeah, you plant every season, but then there are plants like your fruit trees that you plant for a reason, and that's to have food. Fruit and nut trees give you food, and you don't want to lose them to a pest like your gophers. So yeah, I gotta deal with that. Another thing is on the peach tree that I thought I was gonna pull out. I looked at it and I think I see one or two buds on it. Shocked the heck out of me. And my pomegranate, I'm starting to see some green on it. The coffee cake pomegranate. So besides the moles, voles, and gophers, there are some good things going on in my garden bed. So I don't want to lose sight of what's going good in my garden just to concentrate on what's going bad. But I do need to handle this situation, and I'm trying my best to handle it. Maybe they work more at night, and maybe I'll get one of those traps to pop and get one of them. So now let me go ahead and record myself showing me replanting these onions that I pulled from my garden beds. I'll be back with you in a sec. So as you saw, I went and replanted all of those onions, watered it in, and then I put my sunglasses on. Then the water that was in that bucket, I threw that in there because we ain't wasted nothing. In fact, my water bill is due next week, $117. So I'm about to go online and schedule the payment. We ain't wasting no water around this joint. Whew. As you saw, I probably dropped this 100 times. Hopefully it ain't dirty. My water bottle. Yes, even though I have a Berkey, I still have bottled water, and I still keep bottled waters. I don't keep as many, but I still do keep them. And I probably need to go buy about 2 more packs, because if there is an emergency, then it's just good to have water. Always have water. That's what I say. So now what I'm going to do is go ahead and water all of my other garden beds, which are all on this side, which would be easy because I already have my hose pulled out. And then I'm going to go inside my shed and show you the seedlings that have popped up, some of the tomato, pepper, and eggplant seedlings that have popped up. Water what's in there, water all of my container trees and blueberries and stuff, and then I'm done. I'm done for today. Yeah, so let me get to it. Okay, I'm in the shed. Whew. I got me some sugar snap peas and some chamomile flowers, and watered everything out there. Got a good look of everything. I got some decent sugar snap peas. How many did I get? Try not to grab the chamomile flowers when I get these out my pocket. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got 8. All right. Go in the house and snack on these. And then let the chamomile flowers dry. My phone's at 62%, so take that off now. Then I'm gonna actually, I was charging on my Jackery. My Jackery's at 31%. I'm gonna take my Jackery outside with the solar panels and let it get charged up tomorrow. So let me see how I can make this. I got a lot of selfie sticks. This is my very first selfie stick. Hey, okay. My very first selfie stick I had, and I was like, oh, this one's too short. When I first started doing, got serious about doing YouTube. So, let me show you my seedlings. Okay. And let's put that down just a little bit. Can we? Let me see if I could loosen that up a little. Oops, sorry. Looking at my lap. Let's tighten that back up. Okay. So these humidity domes really work. So far it is the tomatoes. We got aroma. We got a chocolate cherry. Mushroom basket back there. We got 2 mortgage lifters, brown sugar. I think this is sweetheart cherry. Yeah, and then the green giants. So I'm hoping some more of the mortgage lifters, because I think I put like maybe 3 in each cell. So I hope some, it looks like I have another one germinating right there. Okay, we're going to leave it alone. So that's what we got so far. I don't see any of the peppers germinating yet. So I'm going to pour this on my sweet potatoes. And I think I put some water in there, yeah, today. And on this side, hopefully you guys are seeing everything, because I can't tell. Come on. We got the eggplants. This is the Listada Granada eggplant. The Black Beauty hasn't come up yet. These are the Rosita. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Rosa Biancas haven't come up yet. It doesn't mean they won't. And the Casper and the long ones haven't come up yet. So yeah, let me put the humidity dome back on top. Ooh. Pour the water on my sweet potatoes, and let's pull. Sorry you guys, I know it's all over the place. And these are my sweet potatoes. So I am getting more slips right here, as you can see. But these right here are not. Oh, wait. Oh. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had a. Let me see. Let me get closer. Is that something right there? No, that's nothing. Okay. So, yeah, so those look like the purple. The purples are doing well. I'm going to put some more water in the soil. I am seeing roots. Oh, wait. There is a little something right there, you guys. Oh, good. Right there. Very good, very good. And I do see some roots right there. Okay. All righty. I am happy about that. I was getting a little worried there about those two. Now the white one, I don't see anything yet, but I'm keeping hope alive. I'm going to cover these back up. The purple, they're coming alive. Not worried about it. I'll be pretty soon cutting off those slips, and they're getting more slips all around it. And putting them in jars and letting them get seeds. So let me also show you my hydroponics and my honeyberries. It comes to me. So the sugar snap peas are kind of starting to die off, which is okay. Like I have a pea right here. I'm just going to take this one. And that's okay because we're coming up, well, we're already in spring. And when May comes, I'll have my baby chicks. And I'll have to have room for them. So I'll be actually probably taking the hydroponics down in a week or two and feeding all the vegetation to my chickens. So the hydroponics is good. I'm going to clean it out, put it to the side, sweep this floor, do everything I need to do, because it'll be time for the chickens to, the baby chicks to come here. So let me show you the honeyberry trees, honeyberry bush. So here they are. So that's 1, 2, and 3. And like I said, they're doing quite well in here. But these are outside plants, and they need to go outside. So that is it for this video. I haven't done an all-day, gardening video in a long time. A long time. I don't know how long, but a long time. I like to show that I do actually garden. When you guys tell I look like crap when every time I'm on here, but that I garden and that I actually harvest from my garden and eat. I know that I don't know anyone in particular, but I know that there are people that say they garden and they really don't. And I just want to show you what's going on, and that's probably on my community page, where I say I like to show you the good and the bad. You saw that I snapped my thumb in the gopher hawk trap today. That's why you wear gloves. And I wish I would have had on some thicker gloves like maybe these or these. But I kind of like to wear the ones that have the these. They're called Firm Grip. They got the nitrile coating on them. And they come in different colors too. These are called Digs. Because I can get them wet. You can get these wet, but then after a while they get messed up. But these have a little bit more cushion on them. Or cushion on the palm, not on the fingers that I know of. But I do have lots of gloves, and I keep gloves because I go through gloves. I tear them up. But I know that there are some people, like you could look at Kevin and from Epic Gardening and Jocks in the Garden. You could look at Juicing with Jay. Man, Juicing with Jay does good with those. My brain is like a fart in the wind. I'm sorry. Those fruits that he grows, and he sent me lemons, which I need to do something with the lemons. And Callie Kim, Next Level Gardener. He's still in San Diego County, but he has like a dairy cow. I think he has 2 lamb or 2 sheep. And of course he built his own chicken. Like, he's always doing stuff. I want you to see what I'm doing. I want you to see the good and the bad. And I want you to know that I am a true gardener. And that I have chickens. And you saw me dealing with the grubs. And there are things that you have to deal with in the garden. You have to deal with it. Or else you're not going to be able to continue. You can't just throw your hands up in the air and wave them like you just don't care. No, you can't throw your hands up in the air and just give up. I say never give up if you're gonna try. But I've heard, I don't know for sure, that there are some people that pretend like they're in the garden and they're not. You never see them in the garden and they're not doing anything. And that's what I don't want. There's Lead Farmer. There's Homestead Heart. There's the New Orleans Gardener. There's the Everyday Life of an OC Dish Chick. There's Hands in the Dirt. Bougie Prepper. The Bull's Garden. Micro Garden. Well, I haven't seen Micro on. I don't know what's going on with my boy Micro. There's Broke Farmer. I can't think of Calvin's name, but Calvin and Broke Farmer. And there's just a slew of gardeners out there that you see. Oh, Turf. Turf. I can't think of his full channel name, but Turf. GT grows it in Alaska. Mike the Chaotic Gardener. I always forget to mention them, but they live in colder regions, hence the name GT grows it Alaska, and they're growing. And they have chickens, and they have everything else. The yellow, what is her name? The Yellow Urban Homesteader, something like that. I just mentioned her the other day with the indoor composter. That's so many of us. But the people that I'm mentioning, you see them gardening. And you see them harvesting. And you see them cooking the food and using the food that they garden from. They are from garden to table. You see Broke Farmer all the time telling you, shut up, I'll do what I want. And he's right, and he's hilarious. So I just wanted, you guys see me here and there do tidbits of things. You see Gina versus Gina. It's just so many, and if I didn't mention your name, I apologize. Brampton Gardener, she's in Canada. You know, you see so many of us, and I say stick with the ones that are showing you the truth and that can educate you. I am a master gardener. Do I know everything? No. Do I remember everything? No. Half the time I can't remember words like grow bag. I couldn't even remember that word today, and that's because I'm human. But you can learn from us when we do good, and you can learn from us when we make mistakes. Lead Farmer 73, who probably does a live almost every other day, and his wife Lady Lead. You can just learn so much. Callie Homestead and a Pooh Bear, how can I forget her? That's my friend. She lives up in the high desert of California. Garden Answers. I think Laura and her husband are in Oregon. And then there is Growing in the Garden. I love her because she is in Arizona. We all know how hot Texas and Arizona and Nevada could get. And she's in Mesa, Arizona, which is like Phoenix, the area near where my brother is. And I actually left a message on one of her recent videos. And I said, hey, I love watching your videos because my brother lives in Mesa, Arizona. And she said, oh, wow. You know, Callie Kim left me a message. I was talking about lavender, and I go, oh, I actually live around the corner from the Lavender Festival. She was like, you do? You know, so sometimes, especially when you're in, there are certain things that may coincide with what someone else is doing. And it's very rare that they respond to your comments. But when they do, you're like, wow, they actually pay attention and listen. And then they get shocked, like, wow, this person, you know, they may have never watched my channel. But then when I say, they're like, wait a minute, let me watch. She's something Gardner. Some people call me Precious. My name is Precious. But I spell my channel name phonetically. If you look it up in a dictionary, the word Precious is Preshus. So I spell it phonetically. But if you call me Precious, I'm not going to get upset about it. So I just want to show you what I'm doing. I'm doing indoor, I'm doing seedlings, I'm doing hydroponics. I'll be having my baby chicks in a minute. And I do a lot of outdoor, and I do container gardening. I'm doing a lot of more container gardening right now because of the moles and bowls that I'm having. And I did set the last Gopher hawk trap, and when I dug, that thing went deep. I was like, boop. I was like, oh my God. So I set it there, so I'm hoping that I get something. But that is it. I've been picking asparagus all year. My mother made some catfish and some asparagus and some potatoes, I think. So I always have a big bag of asparagus. I peeled a big one yesterday. She was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna cook that." And yeah. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this video. It is 5:15 and still sunny, but I'm tired and I want to go in the house and shower myself from head to toe and wash everything that I'm wearing right now because of those aphids from earlier today. So as I always say, please find peace within yourself and please be peaceable with everyone around you. I love you all. Have a fabulous Saturday, March 22nd. Bye.